Hi guys, thanks for joining us again on the channel. So, there's a reason I haven't talked about this one until now. It's not because I didn't want to talk about it, but because I needed to get it right. And now, the wait's over. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now, let's not waste any more time and jump right into the details.
So, I recently picked up a gaming laptop, and after 3 weeks of using it as my main machine, I've got some thoughts. I did a ton of research beforehand, focusing on a specific processor generation, but ended up with a slightly different model than I initially ordered. It was an unexpected upgrade, actually, though the whole process did leave me a little uneasy about potential processor vulnerabilities. It's something to keep in mind, especially if you're specifically targeting a particular generation. Setting it up was pretty standard, a basic new OS install with the option to link a Microsoft account. The Acer registration, however, was a nightmare. Broken links and endless error messages made what should be a simple process incredibly frustrating. I spent days trying to register the thing. Honestly, I'm still not sure if it's actually registered. Battery life is, as you'd expect with a high-powered processor, fairly limited. About an hour and a half of gaming, maybe 3 hours of light web browsing. It's definitely a machine you'll want to keep plugged in. On the plus side, the battery management software lets you limit charging to 80%, which is helpful for longevity. The fans are surprisingly quiet during everyday tasks like browsing or word processing. Gaming pushes them to a noticeable volume, but even then it's manageable. In high-performance mode, they get pretty loud, but that's expected with the kind of power this thing pushes. A little DIY cooling. I found putting a few bottle caps under the back made a surprising difference. The sound system is really impressive. The spatial audio is fantastic. I was completely immersed in my games. Ambient sounds are clear and detailed, making for a really engaging experience. Pre-installed software is a mixed bag. The antivirus software was immediately replaced. It wasn't great. The included Office suite and browser were also quickly uninstalled. However, Acer's Nitro Sense software is a real winner. It's packed with features for tweaking performance and system monitoring, with a handy overlay that keeps track of crucial stats like temperature and frame rates. Definitely useful for gaming and video editing. The trackpad is responsive, with gesture support and a fingerprint reader. It's incredibly sensitive out of the box, so you might need to adjust the settings a bit. The display is vibrant and sharp, with great color accuracy. Even during long gaming sessions, I didn't experience any eye strain. The keyboard is a standard backlit design, although my wife isn't a fan, so I ended up getting a separate keyboard and mouse. One thing that was a little annoying was the lack of clear information about the internal components. Finding out how much RAM was installed required opening the case, something that voids any warranty. If you're doing heavy tasks like video rendering or high-end gaming, knowing this kind of detail is important. There's also a second NVMe slot, but it's limited to Gen 2 speeds. All in all, I'm pretty happy with it. I got a great deal and received a more powerful processor than I ordered, which is a bonus. The minor issues I encountered didn't outweigh the overall performance and value I got. Just be aware of the potential processor issues and be prepared for some initial setup hurdles. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you next time.